Good morning, YouTube. It's your boy, Trucker with Seti, back at it again. Just want to give you guys a quick understanding of, like, if you don't know the new policy in trucking and stuff. It's not new, obviously. It's about I think a year or two old. It's with the automatic trucks. Now, some of you guys might be thinking about getting into trucking and trying to go get your CDL license either at a truck driving school or on your own or something like that. But it's some things that you need to know before you do that, especially with the trucking. Now, with trucking now, back in the day when you used to get your license, it was just straight manual trucks. It was no automatics and stuff of that nature. When I first started, actually back in 2012, is when they started to introduce the automatics into lineups and stuff like that. Maybe a little bit before that, maybe 2009. Between 2009 to 2012 is when they started really hitting them heavy. But now it's a truck driver restriction for automatic. So now, if you take your license with the automatic, you're restricted to only drive automatics. And that could be limited to where you go. Alright? Now, you're probably saying, why? Why does that make me limited to where I can go? Because some companies still only have manuals. Now, a lot of people say, well, why? If the gas is better on an automatic, well, to replace a clutch in an automatic is a lot more difficult, a lot more expensive than actually, doing a clutch in the actual manual. My bad. Dumb thing, actually, for response. Yes. I need no additional comments. Just sitting the stupid stuff. So, with the automatic restriction, meaning you can't drive these manuals. Now, with my company, they're trying to go to automatics as well, like all automatics. But if you do have a restriction, I think they will still hire you, of course. But you can't drive like so like, let's say, for instance, you have an issue with your truck and it needs to go in a shop. All right, cool, bad. And you need to leave that day, or you still want to run some loads or some local loads or something like that, and you just want to go to hop in a day cab. You just can't. Majority of our day cabs are manuals, so you just can't do that. So now, but some of these older companies, are all manuals. Owner-operator companies are all manuals, or you driving for a private company or private, that which pays great, like private local companies. They're manuals majority of the time, and you just can't get in them. So if you go into school, make sure you check that. You know what I mean? Like, hey, is there any way I can start learning to use a manual to take my test in? Yes, with the manual is a little bit more strenuous when you're doing your driving test with the instructor, for the simple fact you gotta how to double clutch. If you're messing up on that, grinding gears, you miss a gear, that could be a fail. Anytime I think over 40 feet of rolling inside of neutral is an automatic fail. Some of y'all don't even know what the hell I'm talking about, but that's cool. Well, majority of y'all should. But if you're coming into trucking, you got to be well prepared about this. Some people say, well, what does it matter? Well, you try to go down a grade, 9, 10, 11 grade hill in a manual, you miss a gear, I'm going to tell you right now, you might not be saying nothing to your loved ones if they ain't got a truck run off. Because you're either going to burn up your brakes or you're probably going to pass away. That's just the end, say all be all. You know what I mean? You can't mess up in the manual going down steep grades or going up grades. You know what I'm saying? Because if you miss a gear going up a grade, you know what I mean, you get stuck in you got to stop. That means you got to grind out from gear 1 up if you're heavy. So you got to have experience when driving a manual. You know what I'm saying? Plus, it helps with the clutcher leg, you know, where clutching all day or you get stuck in traffic, you know, you ain't going to be riding that clutch for 20 minutes, 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes in this, you know, traffic, you know what I'm saying? So that's what automatics helps on that. Fuel mileage, basically, on automatics. But outside of that, man, it's something that you really, really, really need to take in consideration. I mean, you'll get into these newer companies with the restriction, okay? But as far as trying to get yourself to a mom and pop place that's going to pay you well, like really good, like mom and pop places, you do pay you well if you do your research on them. You know, the work is a little bit more strenuous because their stuff is not always up to par, you know, compared to the bigger companies where, you know, a trailer breakdown, you could just hop off that trailer and go hop onto the next one. With a mom and pop, nah, you gonna be, you know what I'm saying? So, just do your research on it, you know. This is just a little quick video. I won't be posting next Friday. It'll be the following Friday after that. Just got some stuff I gotta handle. Maybe I can. I don't know. It just depends. People keep telling me to stop saying that. Depends or a diaper. That's funny. But outside of that, man, it's cold as shit out here. I'm coming from Buffalo. You know, last night they had 90 shut down going east. Right before Ohio and Pennsylvania and shit. So we had to take a little fucking detour. Pissed me off. I was in traffic about 2 hours. But that's neither here or there, though. But y'all be safe out there. Stay warm if you're in the colder environments. You know, pay attention to what y'all doing out there. Pre-playing your loads. But y'all be easy today, man. Love y'all.